Hello, fabulous Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope for the year of 2016, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This year, we have very interesting configuration, actually continuing, perfecting, and it's all happening in fellow mutable signs. So let me give you a little bit, very quick astrology lesson here. Okay, stay with me. Every sign has an element, right? So you are a Gemini, you're an air sign, that's your element. You resonate well with other air signs, which are Aquarians and Libras. But every sign, or rather every element, has a modality as well, one of three modalities. And this is true throughout the zodiac. So while you may share modalities with other signs, it doesn't always mean everything is harmonious and everything is easygoing, but there is a sense of commonality. Now, Western astrology is based on the seasons. The cardinal signs are the start of a season. The fixed signs, the beginning, and the mutable signs, like your sign, is one that represents things changing, having a willingness to experiment, to explore, to consider the possibilities that are out there for you, and to understand that all things change. Tides come in and tides go out. That is very much part of the mutable energy. And what we have taking place this year is what some astrologers are calling the mutable T-square. Okay, so it's a T-cross rather. And what this means essentially is, it's not going to involve so much your sign. It will for a brief period of time, right around the middle of the year when Mercury is moving through your sign and will speak to these different power players. But essentially what this is saying is that a part of you is thinking about very core issues. These really are some of the more active places of your sky and some of the more consequential places of your sky. So we have Saturn in your opposite sign, fellow mutable sign, Sagittarius. We've got Neptune and Chiron as well in fellow mutable sign, Pisces, and then we've got Jupiter much of the year in fellow mutable sign, Virgo. So as you can see, it creates this interesting configuration and ultimately reaches right to the heart of you. What this says, clear as day, is change. It says, considering who you are, the people in your life, the values that you hold, and understanding where it is that evolution is calling you forward. Especially where it comes to, again, the people you're aligning yourself with, and where it comes to what it is that you're achieving, and where it comes to what it is you believe is worthy of achieving. So as I look at this interesting conversation playing out, to me this suggests that if you have been on a career path for a really long time, or if you're just setting out on a career path, ultimately what this says is some important changes need to take place. And you are going to be feeling it. And a lot of it is going to be motivated by you. There's going to be a sincere desire to experience a more deeper sense, a more personal sense of being in alignment with life purpose. Now this is, yes, very idealistic. And at the same time, you're going to be asked to ground that energy, to make it be something that you actually can manifest. It's one thing to say, yes, I'm going to live my higher purpose, I'm going to put positive energy into the world, but it's another thing to understand what it is to do every day, right? What vehicle you're going to hold to do and to really fulfill that stated intention. So there's a dreamy quality and idealistic quality to where it is that you are going, and yet at the end of the day, it all seems to come together, and it says to you that you are ready for change, especially where it comes to your career direction, where it comes to how you're sharing what you're sharing, the vehicles you're using to share, the people who are supporting you in this and what role they're going to play, and at the same time, understanding what it is at your foundation that needs to be strong, where you have the support and where maybe you don't feel like you have the support just yet. Know that it will be there in due time. So these are sort of hot spots, if you will, as I said, consequential areas of the sky, and they are going to be speaking very strongly to you throughout much of this year. One of the things also that is going to be particularly interesting is this Mars retrograde season that's about to come up. So Mars retrograde season is happening for much of this year, for the first part of this year. It really starts in February, and we'll be going forward week to week. If you're watching me online, we will be talking about this as we go along. This ultimately does suggest to me that as Mars moves back and forth between the signs of Scorpio and Sag being in your opposite sign, as this conversation is taking place, what this says to me for you is that you are going to be looking at your partnerships, your alliances in love and in business, and seeing how it is that they actually strengthen your day. Do they help you to be who it is that you truly desire to be in terms of your actions? Do they support that or not? Are you with somebody who really is not very healthy because you really have not been very healthy, and now you're thinking you got to take better care of yourself because you want to value yourself more? So where is it that you're going to project that, right? Like project, oh, it's you. It's because of you I'm like this. Or you're going to own it, right? You're going to own where it is that you desire to be in the context of your state of health, your state of well-being, your daily rituals, and the people who are supporting that. With this particular conversation, sometimes people come, people might go as well. If you're in an established bond and you know it's the right bond for you, this is going to be a time when you start thinking about, again, how it is that this person supports your daily experience, how it is that this person supports a daily feeling of support, encouragement, and an overall healthier approach to life, and where maybe there isn't, and how it is that you can heal that divide. Those of you open to love, Mars being in your opposite sign makes you motivated, makes you want love, that's for sure. And so Mars in your opposite sign also makes you brave. But Saturn is also in your opposite sign as well, which all of that suggests to me that you are in the midst of some very important lessons in the context of love, heart, commitment, relationships, seeing the truth about yourself in the context of the partnerships and the people who are in your life. And Mars coming along is just going to heighten that awareness for you. So while this is happening, I mean, really, this is happening for the better part of the beginning of the year, right? From February right till the late part of the summer. And then what we have happening, just as fall begins, Jupiter will change signs, move out of that mutable sign and move into a particularly romantic placement for you. This can bring all kinds of amazing experiences. This can rekindle the love you have. This can make you a magnet to love. Very often people do meet the person they consider the one under these types of stars. And so you'll have lots of positive energy slowly but surely building in that area of life. And then we've got other really harmonious energy that starts to kick in before 2016 is over, particularly a harmonious conversation between Uranus and Saturn. And all of this suggests that the universe in its wisdom is setting you up very nicely to live a life that feels more rewarding, to have people in your life where you feel a genuine connection and who actually are helping you to further your aims, your goals, your dreams, and your personal growth as well. And to feel a sense of true progress, a sweeping progress emotionally and in practical ways also. As I said at the beginning, it's a consequential year. This particular mutable T cross, as they are calling it, is ultimately asking you to align your reality with your ideals. And also to check yourself where it is that maybe you've taken on some beliefs that aren't your own and you now are ready to evolve beyond that, right? Where is it maybe that you've had some sort of, sometimes we do take on beliefs of our environments and maybe don't have experiences with certain types of people? Where is it now that you're ready to be more loving? You're more ready to see the humanity in all of us, see the equality in all of us, and live that more fully. Have that align with your sense of life purpose. When you do that, you will find not only does life and work and career get that much more rewarding, but that it enters into a flow that is deeply satisfying. It does involve asking yourself some serious questions. It does involve asking yourself not only about your happiness, but also about the people around you. What needs to change? Who needs to go? Who's meant to stay? And with all these changes that you are going through and all this work, the universe will reward you very well as we approach the end of the year and your life begins to be characterized less by truth and change and work and a lot more by sheer fun. Sheer fun is what it is ultimately. You're moving towards sheer joy, following your bliss. That is the direction you are going. So trust the ebbs. They will get you to the flow of experiencing greater satisfaction, greater happiness, and of course, greater love in all your affairs.
Bu akşam seminerimizi canlı olarak mobil uygulamamız üzerinden yapıyoruz.